What's up everyone, welcome to your 5th Photoshop project, and in this project I'm going to be going over how to take a regular image and convert it into a comic book looking image. Now before you go on any further, make sure you're watching these projects in high def. I'll put a link on the right hand side of the screen under the description. So once you have your image, and you guys might want to pick a more comic book themed image, but I just picked the first image I got. It's of two of my friends. You're going to want to go up to image at the top, go to adjustments, and go to levels. And you're going to want to go ahead and use this to lighten the image. And you do this to give it more of a comic book feel. You're also going to want to bring out the contrast. So move these around until you have a high contrast and a lighter image, and go ahead and click OK. And those settings will be different with every image, so just play around with it. The next thing you're going to want to do is duplicate this background, because when we're applying filters to it, we're not going to be able to change the background. So go ahead and grab it and drag it over here, and you want to be working on your background copy from now on. Now from here, go up to filter, go to artistic, and go to film grain. Now go ahead, and as you can see, what this does is kind of make your image a more grainy. It looks more like a painting than image, and that's what we want. So go ahead and adjust it, and I'm gonna adjust mine so my grain's about 2. My highlighted area is about 2 as well, and I want my intensity right about 9. Now as you see, we have more painting looking rather than an image. Click OK. Now for the comic book look. Now that we have an image that looks more like a painting, we can go ahead and apply the printing pixels that you see on comic books. Go to filter, pixelate, and from here you want to go to color, halftone. Go ahead and click 4 or whatever suits your image, and I'm going to click OK, and as you see, you get all these printing dots over your image. Now these resembles the printing dots that they use when they're on a printing press, but we don't want the dots right like that. We want them to blend in with the image more. So to do this, make sure you got your background copy and go ahead and select darken. And as you see, our dots now blend in with our image. Now we have a kind of comic book look and feel to it, so now let's add some comic book text. For this, I'm going to go over to shape and get a custom shape. And at the top, you can see all the shapes. Let's get all the shapes here, so go ahead and click all. And I want kind of comic booky looking shape, so what do I want to choose? Here we go. There's a good one. Alright, I'm choosing this a little splatter, and I'm just going to put a splatter right there, and I'm going to change it to dark red. So let me go click that and change it to dark red, and now we have this big comic book looking splatter. Now let's go to layer style, stroke, and what this is going to do, if we click this and change it to black, it's going to give us that nice thick black outline like in comic books. Now let's go ahead, and once we have that, go ahead and create a text layer. Just go ahead and click text, and once you start typing, you can see it automatically makes a new layer. You don't have to make anything. So let's type some text. Actually, let's go ahead and select some text. Let's see, that looks like a nice comic book looking thing for now. And I'll type sleep, since that's what my friend Tim's doing, sleeping right now. Now I can go ahead and change that to a yellow. Let's go with a yellow. Make it a little bigger. And let's go add a stroke to this. So again, make sure you're on layer number 1. Go to layer, layer style, stroke, change it to nice black. Okay, okay. Now you can see it says sleep with a little blast over it. And to move this around, go up to, make sure you're on your sleep layer once again, or whatever yours says. Go down to edit, free transform. Now let's move this over. Let's rotate it a tidbit. And there you have it. Go press enter. And now you have a nice comic book looking image. And again, make sure your image is a little better than mine. This is kind of, actually this is a terrible image I picked for a comic book, but if you got an image of someone's face or something, it looks much better. So that is the basics of how you make a comic book looking image with comic book text. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.